All right. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, this is the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster. And we are talking about no negotiation with shipping or no negotiating with shippers. We live. Give everybody a few minutes to get up in here. I hope I didn't click the wrong thing. As you come in, same rule as always and stuff. Give me an audio check. Let me know everything is good, and we'll go ahead and start chopping up some of this game. All right, we got one person in. We got a like. I'm guessing that will be. Who will it be today? Who's going to be the first one today? Is it going to be Mr. Hicks? Cootie Bang, you got it. All right. All right. Give people a few minutes and stuff to get in here and stuff. And so I hope that this information that I give today is helpful and it doesn't sound like a rant because we all go through it, and then some people and stuff may never go through it. Well, some people haven't been through it yet, and then some are going through it and may not know how to handle a situation. And so, again, um, no negotiating in trucking, so that way you can understand from the trucking point of view and stuff, that there are a lot of things that we find ourselves getting into we find ourselves arguing with people, arguing with dispatchers and shippers, consignees. It's just, just arguing with everyone, arguing with safety. And so we have to keep this, we have to understand that there is no negotiating. And when we understand this, we know we can save our time and our energy, in trying to explain things that people already have an understanding about, so that way we can focus more on things, and improve on things and stuff that we can do something about. Because again, in this industry and stuff like that, if anybody has any more time than you do, then they understand what trucking is about. You don't have to explain to them. You don't have to explain your situation. Like sit down, having meetings with dispatchers about the fact that you're not getting miles or you're not getting good freight or good loads and stuff. They know this. They know what you need to make money. Okay? They understand this. All right? You need miles to make money, and they know you're not getting miles. They're having meetings every single week about the people that are going to quit, the people that are on the verge of quitting, and the ones that are satisfied. You're broken down in 3 categories: green, yellow, and red. All right, Mr. Turner, how you doing? Um, they understand this stuff. So, if you're out there and you're a mileage driver, a company driver, don't be sitting there wasting your time going to a terminal saying that I need to have a meeting with my dispatcher. Don't be on the phone with them discussing things that they already understand. You have to understand that they know what you need. They know what type of paycheck and stuff that you're trying to make. This industry has a capping point now and stuff. Thanks to ELD, they know the most you're gonna make, and they know the least you're gonna make. They know everything that's anything that's everything. The thing is that they don't let you know, because if you know, you could throw a monkey wrench in the game and stuff and mess up the whole operation, because the operation it's not built on the fact that we as drivers, right, are coming out here to make money. The business is about the money, period. It's about the business making the money. That's it. It's not about you. Even though they put things out here on a moralistic perspective, right, to make sure that you're not, it's all a morale thing. It's all a morale thing to make sure that, if morale is low, then you're more than likely sit there and you're going to abandon ship. You know what? Hey, I'm going to just leave this truck here and I'm going to go over here. Because it takes a special type to be out here on this road. It does. It takes a special type to get up here in this truck and do what we do. And so, morale is one of the things and stuff that they want to put into the industry and stuff to say, well, as long as people are feeling good, right? As long as you're feeling good, then business will be okay. Business will be all right and stuff. That's why, hey, these lease programs and stuff, you can go weeks on end and not make any money, and then somebody from the outside, reality has to hit you and stuff and say, hey man, listen, these bills are piling up, okay? Reality has to hit you. If you got a girlfriend, your children, reality hits and say, man, yeah, Mr. Turner is right. Yeah, it feel good. It feel good to get paid and stuff, but some people are just feeling good with the fact that they got a nice looking truck. You know what I'm saying? They got a nice looking truck and stuff like that. They get the truck wrapped. What's everyone? What's everyone? Oh, what's up, everyone? Okay, all right, got you. Sorry about that, Wise Owl. Guys out here to get them trucks wrapped up. They get them trucks wrapped up and stuff, and for they and then they got to wind up getting that truck back. They got to get that truck back and stuff like that. Truck with blue money. What's going on? Because they feeling good. It feel good to be out here in this truck. It feel good to be out here on the open road and stuff like that. But then reality hits. The mortgage and rent and stuff is due. People at the house ain't eating. And you up here on yeah. Let's call it for what it is, man. Let's call it for what it is and stuff. And like I said, hey, if you feel good with that, and stuff, that's fine. But see, you're not following the steps and stuff. I'm not saying don't get your truck. I ain't saying don't get your truck wrapped up, but number one, make sure it's your truck. You know what I'm saying? You can all, when the truck is yours, you can wrap it up and do whatever you want to. But the name of the game right now and stuff is to get your money. It's something that you're lacking. That's why you're in that program. Something that you're lacking, and there's nothing wrong with that. Get your capital up. Get what you need necessary and stuff, and then if you want to have fun later, you can. But don't be having fun now and stuff and you broke. You know what I'm saying? It gives people that false sense to think that, well, you know what, they got it going on. You got your name, you got your favorite sport, you got your face all on the truck and stuff like that, and you sitting over here having to pay $1,900 a week for that truck. And then you're not in control of stuff of how you're not in control of the comings and goings and stuff of what you have to do in order to make that money. Okay, that's a long message. Let's go into it, see what you say, Cootie Bang. The point about it being a cap on how much you make is true. Leasing at my company, what I bring in at the end of the month, always around to be the same. That's right. Because hey man, if you running miles, right? If you running miles, you ain't gonna get but so many miles, because it's two factors that's in play. Number one, the freight has to be available for you to run the miles and stuff, and number two, you got to have the hours. So it's one of the two that you're gonna be lacking. Either the load's gonna be available and you ain't gonna have the hours to run it, or you're gonna have the hours to run it and the load ain't gonna be available. It's never going to be a perfect harmony of the two, as long as somebody else is in control of what you got to do for your own business. There's none exempt, whether you're own operator or whether you're a company driver. If you are not in control of that harmony and stuff, man, it's never going to work out. Never. So understanding that understanding that science there and stuff, you got to prepare yourself for the fact that, well, hey, it's going to be some bad weeks and stuff that's out there. That's going to be beyond your control. It's like people be sitting there and they, we have conversations about the fact that, hey man, my truck is sitting in a truck stop, and the reason why I'm sitting is because I don't get along with my dispatcher. What kind of science is that? If your dispatcher don't like you, he would just get rid of you. Your truck is sitting for the fundamentals. It's sitting because of money. That's it. Everything that you do consists of money. If your truck is sitting, it's making money. It's just you're not getting it. And if you understood it, right, then if you understood it and stuff, then you can start having better conversations about saying, well, listen, you need to cut me in on this money, right? I understand that load that you want me to get is picking up tomorrow and stuff. Okay, that's cool. So I'm not going to talk my way out of money, which they are already anticipating you to do by sitting in the truck stop. Oh man, your morale and stuff get low, and then you saying, but daggone, man, look, you got to do something. You have a conversation, and the conversation leads to a little bit of aggressiveness, and they say, all right, well, we have this policy right here and stuff that say we'll pay you layover if you qualify based upon such and such fundamentals. Your truck got to be sitting for a certain amount of time. So what did they do? They send you a load that doesn't exist. They send you a load that doesn't exist and stuff, and they know they already got you aggravated, right, by the fact that you're sitting, and then they're giving you a load in an area that you don't want to go to. So you turn that load down and stuff and say, no, I ain't doing it. Well, guess what? You done talk yourself out of money, because tomorrow, that load that they want you to do, you're going to do it. But you talk yourself out of money today, because everything that they do is going to be consisting about money. So don't talk yourself out of money. Anytime you're in this truck, anytime you're in this vessel, company driver or otherwise, company driver, own operator, you are doing things for the aspect of money. We just have to get a firm grasp about what we're doing. That way we don't have arguments and stuff about, I'm liking my dispatcher and I got to go make them cookies, and I got to make them cookies and talk about the game and all this other stuff there and everything, when the only game that need to be talked about is the money game. That's it. I understand that you got me sitting here and stuff like that. What's the deal? Okay, we got this load we got to pick up tomorrow. Cool. Let me know what it's about. Because the thing is that, hey, look, at the end of the day, I'm doing just like you, trying to get after this money. But, to get a better understanding about it and stuff, this is why I say you got to go into partnerships. When you go into partnerships and stuff like that, then you understand people got things to lose and stuff. They got just as much to lose or the same to lose as you. But when the people that are in charge of you, or the people that supposed to be taking care of your comings and goings or your money, right, your business, don't have anything to lose, their paycheck is going to be the same on Friday, regardless of whether the truck did 200 miles or 2,000 miles, then you got a problem right there. That's what you got to change. That's what you got to work on. That right there. There's nothing to negotiate. There's nothing to talk about in that part, in that part right there. So, like I said, I see it, and I had the conversation and stuff about it, man. You think that your truck is sitting because your dispatcher don't like you. That's why you're sitting in the truck stop. Really? How does that make sense as far as dealing with money? And so when we start going into that, and I give you the breakdown of it. If that truck is sitting, it's because it has to be in position to go get the money. Bottom line, they got contracts and stuff that they already signed that they have to fulfill. And so what they're anticipating is that, okay, I got this customer here and stuff and this contract that I got signed with them said that they're going to be producing 5 loads a day, right? So I only got 4 load tenders. I'm still looking for that 5th one, right? Now, under the contract that I'm under, I have to make sure I have 5 trucks available. 4 of them already got covered. I got the 5th truck in position, so if that load comes out, I got to cover it. If the load doesn't, if they only produce 4, even though the contract states that we're going to be pushing out 5, then if they cover 4, even though the contract says that 5 loads are going to be produced, and they didn't push out that 1 load and stuff, they fulfilled their end of the bargain and stuff of their contract. They got the 4 loads covered. They didn't produce the 5 and stuff. They still get paid for that 5th load, whether the truck runs or not. They still getting paid off of it. That's why they don't mind saying, okay, well, we'll give you a little bit of layover. But because you talking yourself out of that money, now you get nothing. Your truck sat there, the truck still get paid, right? Because the contract is calling for X amount of trucks. They fulfill their end of the bargain. They get that free money. Just like cell phone service, right? If you sign, back in the day when we signed up for cell phone service, if you got 500 minutes and you only use 200 minutes, you still had to pay that 500 minute bill. That was it. When the contract came up and stuff, then that's when you could say, well, you know what, let me get that $300 contract and stuff instead of that $500. But they ain't gonna let you break that contract unless you need some more. If it's some more stuff, they know, okay, we're gonna be talking about some more money. We're talking about some more money. Yeah, we can negotiate. We can talk about a new contract. We can put you in a new one. We're talking about more money. But you talking about, man, you know what? I got this 500. I only use 2, so let me get a 300 plan. They ain't having that. You're gonna finish off your contract and stuff, and then when the new one comes up, then you can start talking about it. You can start talking about that 300 plan, that $300 plan. So in trucking, it's the same thing. Mr. Cunningham, what is going on? Hold on, let's see. Somebody sent me a message. Let's see. I picked up a 07 Columbia for 17. Oh, so you did get the truck. Okay. All right. So you got the truck and stuff like that. So I'm assuming that you already know what to do next, right? I'm assuming that. So, yeah, that's the name of the game and stuff, man. It's that let's see, EGR surgery. Yes. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We if it's giving them a problem and stuff, I would recommend that. It's not something you got to do right away because the EGR isn't as bad as your emissions, but I mean, it can give you problems. Well, you know what? It doesn't really give you that much of a problem and stuff like that. I mean, like I say, EGRs aren't as bad as emissions. I mean, I'll take EGR all day long and stuff. It's just, it's kind of it's not necessary for the operation and stuff like that. It's not gonna, it's definitely not gonna take away from anything. It's not going to take away from it, but at the same time, it's not going to give you anything either and stuff. So, but yeah. So let me tell you this. Let me tell you the situation stuff that I'm in now, right? And so I hope again that you guys can relate and apply this to if you're ever in a situation stuff like myself. Okay, it all started Thursday morning, right? All started Thursday morning. I sat there, made a delivery in my hometown. And so, let's see, Brother Preacher said, all right, hold up, let's see what you got, Brother Preacher. These companies know the numbers better than you when it comes to their lease programs. You can only make what they want you to make. Absolutely. 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 They already know what's going to be made and stuff because they got every single contract and stuff that's there. They know if the program is going to be successful or if it's going to fail based upon the contracts that they got. That's guaranteed money right there. They got the contracts, which means that they got the contracts, they got it locked in, and they get paid up front. They get paid up front. Once the contract is signed, they are paid up front. That's what people have to understand about trucking, why there is no negotiating, right, with shippers. Because when you call, right, and this is actually what I was going to lead to and stuff, but I was just going ahead and cover this. I'm going to cover this now, is that there is no negotiating. How you know? You yourself are a shipper. If you decide to ship something, there is no negotiating. When you buy something online. They tell you how much the shipping cost is. You don't get up there and say, okay, I'm going to negotiate with you and stuff to make sure that the load is being paid this amount or whatever and stuff, because I don't feel that it's feasible, right? Even though I'm a shipper. Even though it's you a shipper on a small caliber, they are not negotiating with you. If you use UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, or any other carrier, they are going to tell you, right, what they charge to get your stuff from point A to point B based upon the information that you give them. There is no negotiating. It's just like it's just like going in the grocery store and stuff and checking out, and they saying, okay, this is what you owe right here. You bought this. This what you owe, $65. You can't go in there and negotiate and say, okay, yeah, I got $50 right here, and gonna walk out of there and stuff like that. You're gonna have to put that stuff back. You know, there is no negotiating and stuff. I mean, the thing is, it's negotiating on the part of us, the driver, and the company. It's negotiating from the broker to the driver, or from the broker to the company and stuff. And so, you know, the thing is that there are no contracts there. But when a person comes to you, they already know what it is. It's just like if you need some service and stuff done, there's no negotiating. You go to a mechanic. If you go to a mechanic and say you need this done right here, he already has everything mapped out and stuff about what they're going to charge you. There's no negotiating. The only negotiating is between us, the driver, and the brokers and the companies and stuff. And that's because we are so unorganized, right? We are so unorganized and stuff, man. It's ridiculous. It is. We are so unorganized and stuff, man. That's serious. And we think that, okay, well, unity, right? Oh, well, we got to have some unity and stuff like that. Screw unity. You don't need unity. You just need to be organized. That's it. You know, because the difference between one customer and another customer and stuff is probably $5 or $10 at the most. $5 to $10 and stuff. But the thing is that there are plenty of people out here available. That doesn't mean that the rates and stuff go down because of that. It doesn't mean that the rates and stuff go down because of that and stuff. It just means that those who have the money, they sit there and they organize. They get organized and stuff and say, well, you know what? Let's get into this political program and stuff, right? Let's get into this political system and stuff and understand, you know, so we think that, well, a lot of these laws and stuff that are being made is because of company, you know, because of people, congressmen and stuff and so on and so forth. They don't understand laws and policies, procedures with the trucking companies. You're right. They don't know anything and stuff, but somebody's going in a system is funded, or a system is able to exist because of the dollars that go into it, and not the other way around. You got to have money to have politics. That's it. You don't have politics and then you have money. That don't work that way. Hold on, let's see what he say. Old boss's truck, I drove it for a year, good maintenance. It got 1 million miles. Okay, well, I mean, if it's been maintained, and you've been driving it for a year and stuff, and you understand the comings and goings, and you know, if you understand the dynamics of it and stuff like that, then yeah, you got a good investment. You know, most people got to buy the truck and then figure it out, but you know, you got to drive it. You got to drive it and stuff, and you know, figure it out and stuff, and then you can buy it. Real good investment. I say, yeah, go for it. It's gonna work, and it's gonna work for you, as long as you don't fool yourself into thinking that it's a super truck, you know, and you got everything needed and necessary and stuff in order to keep it going. But you know, that's the thing there and stuff, man. It's I don't want to. What's that movie, man? I don't know if people watch that movie, Willie Dynamite. If you get a chance, look up that movie, Willie Dynamite and stuff. I know it's a very counterproductive film and stuff, right? But you know, I guess there's some truth in everything. But you know, they had that, you know, that scene, the pimp council. You know, if we can get past all the, you know, if we can get past all the pimping and the cocaine and stuff like that, and just look at the real brass, which is the business, right? If you can look at the business aspect of it, then, you know, this is what we have to do right here. You know, because we're kind of in the same predicament, you know what I'm saying? I mean, to be honest with you, as far as like being jammed up, as far as being jammed up by law enforcement and stuff like that, and having our own turf, having our own turf and stuff, just being organized. That's it. But like I said, the difference between one company and the other company is five, maybe about $2-3. But you know, so like I said, my situation that third, I got home Thursday, made the delivery. But that Wednesday, I knew everything was on the up and up, and I made the phone call and said, man, listen, I'm delivering Thursday. Be down there in North Carolina. And the word was that everybody knew that I was going to be in North Carolina. So I said, cool. That means I ain't got to make no phone calls and stuff. Y'all going to call me when you got something. So Wednesday came and went and stuff, and I didn't hear anything. So I said, well, I guess they're going to call me first thing Thursday morning. I make the delivery. I go home, cut grass real quick and stuff. Got the phone by me. And I get nothing. I don't get anything and stuff like that. And so, I got a rule, again, my rule is that I usually have all my business concluded by 10:30 every morning. As far as loads and stuff are concerned, I try to have my stuff knocked out by 10:30. So it got around that mark. I didn't get no phone calls and stuff. And so, when the day progresses and stuff like that, loads become a little bit more, they become a little bit more harder to find and stuff, as far as like, if it's same day and stuff, same day pick up, next day delivery, they become a little bit more and more harder to find and stuff as the day progresses. So I'm like, I knew I was ready to ride. So I made the phone call and got this load right here. I get this load right here and stuff. I get it booked at an astronomical price, which I knew that was the problem right there. So I get the load book and stuff. I send it to my man, and so he sends me a message, said that I make a phone call and stuff too. It's another office in North Carolina. Did I call them? And so I send him the message back. I'm like, man, he didn't call me. He didn't call me. That's why I got this load right here and stuff. And so, hey, more power to him and stuff. He must didn't have nothing. But I'm trying to make money today. I'm trying to make money today and stuff. It picked up on Thursday, delivered Friday. Well, delivered today, was supposed to. And so, I booked it. It was a real good price and stuff. But, I did have to ask the questions, and I gave the broker the opportunity to say, man, listen, make sure everything and stuff on your part and stuff is on the up and up, right? So I'm gonna give you a few minutes and let you think things over and stuff like that, because it was one of those too good to be true type loads. And so he calls me back. He says, man, yeah, everything and stuff is straight and set. I said, all right, cool. So I booked it. They sent the rate con over, and then as I was on my way to get it, the guy that I supposed to deal with out of North Carolina gives me a call, and he starts cussing me out. He starts cussing me out and stuff. And so, in typical dispatcher fashion and stuff like that, they start thinking about things of the past. They start talking about, I don't have loyalty and all this other stuff there. They can bring up all the things that you do wrong, right, at this particular moment. And so as I'm listening to it, right, I understand I'm a man of resolve, right? I hear all, the cussing and all that stuff. I'm not really tuned in on it. What I'm trying to listen to is the business side of things. And so as the conversation continued and stuff, I didn't hear anything about business. And so I just asked him one simple question. Okay, hey, this load right here, this is something I'm ready to do right now, but it's a broker load, right? So I can give it back. What do you have? What do you have right here, right now, that I can go get and take care of it? Because obviously what I did was a problem to you. So if you're calling me, you obviously got something that you got something that you need covered that I can take care of. What do you have? That's when all the deflection start. Well, you know what, man, I don't do business like that and stuff. As far as like, I don't give loads back and stuff. And so I'm like, man, listen, they're a broker. I'm contracted to you, you got contract freight. So obviously you got something, right? And so I said it again. I said, look, we can get this load back because chances are they're broken. And what brokers typically do is they book a load on the high, and they see if they can find somebody and stuff that can do the load and stuff cheaper, and then they'll call you back and say, hey man, the load cancel. This is what they do regularly. So I'm already anticipating that. I don't have, we're not losing anything or we're gaining something if everything is on the up and up, but we're not losing anything if we get the loads back. They are anticipating that too. So again, what do you have that I can take care of right now for you? You don't have nothing. Well, then big bank obviously beats little bank. You have nothing, they have something. It's in the conversation and stuff. And so you're like, well, for now, when I come in North Carolina and stuff, I need to give them a call. Understand something about Red Rooster is that when you do things, right, when you do very suspect things and stuff in business, and it's going to keep me from making money, that's why I don't make phone calls to you. You wonder why the phone calls and stuff stop? Because you got to think about all the other times when I was ready to go, when I was ready to ride and stuff, and I'm calling you and your phone is going to voicemail. You can't get a hold of, you can't be reached. Or if I call you and you say, yeah, I got something, but let me call you back later, and I don't get that phone call back. Plenty of times I've been through that. And so, you formulate a strategy, especially when you're trying to get money. And what you say, I got to eliminate things and people that's going to be consistent of me not making money. So when you're dealing with people that have business practices like that and stuff, you tend to get it and say, I'm not going to waste my time and energy because I'm after resource on people that's not trying to make money. That was my conclusion. So, he should have picked up on the dog whistle and stuff there. I let you call me. It's not me calling you anymore and stuff, because when I call you, either I can't get a hold of you, it goes to voicemail, I leave a voicemail, I don't get a call back. Or if I do happen to get a hold of you and stuff, you say you got something, hold on, and I don't hear back from you. And I keep saying, I'm like, you know what? I missed out. Because of me waiting on this person right here, I done missed out on this load here, this load here. I could have possibly made this, that, or whatever. So, the end result is what it is and stuff like that. And so that's why I told him, I say, man, listen, it is what it is at the end of the day. What you're talking about is not consistent in making money and stuff, because, if you got something, then you clearly got to start changing up your practices. It's just like anybody else. You want your stuff covered, you better be somebody and stuff, man, that can be accessible. Somebody that can get a hold of and stuff, because, people keep calling and all they're getting is voice messages, and they get voice messages and empty promises and stuff like that. Sooner or later, you get it. Like, man, look, let me go somewhere else. If you got something and stuff, then you'll call me, but I ain't looking for you no more. And that's my whole attitude. That's my whole attitude and stuff. That's what gets me through. And so, when a person doesn't want to sit there and own up to their mistakes, that's somebody you don't want to deal with anyway. It's always your fault. It's never their fault. They don't want to take accountability and responsibility for the things and stuff that they do. Because, like I said, it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. It's business. I don't care how you feel about me or how I feel about you. I'm after the money. And if you don't have any work and stuff, then it ain't no point of me getting on the phone talking to you about what. I got to go on somewhere else to get this money. Because at the end of the day and stuff, fees got to be paid and stuff, and I'm not going to be in the hole for you or anybody else. And so that was that. There was no argument and stuff on my end. I let him say what he had to say. There were some key things and stuff that was said that I will use against him later. But it's nothing that I'm going to throw it back in his face and stuff. I'm just going to do it from a business aspect. That's it. Just do it from a business aspect and stuff. But and it's just like I told him. The only reason why I took this load, because there was nothing else available. And the fact that I gave you the scenario, I gave you the opportunity to offer me something and you don't have anything to offer, proves that. So why am I going to sit there and waste my time not making no money when what I'm doing is still going to make money for all of us because you're getting 10% of that. You're getting 10% of that, but if you're not going to get, we go based on your plan, you don't have nothing. 10% of zero is zero. So I look at it as that and stuff and say, well, what is it to argue about? We're talking about money right here. We're talking about money right here and stuff. And so this particular load, I'm like, man, I'm not thrilled about it because of where it's going. Picks up in North Carolina, is going up here to Long Island City, New York. Now, why would I sit there and want to waste my time and stuff coming over here to Long Island City on a Friday? With the possibility of something that happened to me today. Why am I going, But the reason why I'm doing it is because of the money, which he also seen. And I guess that bothered him too and stuff. I mean, but again, there's no consistency in that. But I got to get what I got to get right here, right now, because there is something there that's solid and you have nothing. Big bank takes little bank. So, you gotta have when you start speaking about certain things and stuff, that's what you gotta speak about. Solid things and stuff that's gonna be putting money in people's pockets. Yep, sitting with the load for the weekend and stuff, and so I pick up the load, right? I pick up the load and stuff. I get up here and I deliver the load on time. They get me set up and stuff to pull the stuff out the back of the truck, and then he says he has to make a phone call to somebody. So he makes the phone call. The guy comes out there that he made the phone call to, and then he gives me the same story that they always give me. No one informed me that you was coming. You typically have to have an appointment and stuff to come here and stuff like that. I need to make some phone calls on my end. We don't have the capacity to take in the freight today. So, okay, all right, cool. So I get on the phone with the broker. I relay that information and stuff like that. And so, in typical broker fashion that don't want to take accountability for what they're doing, they're just going to make it seem like, oh, wow, this is some new development right here. I didn't know that was going on and stuff. Let me make a phone call to my my point of contact and see what's going on. So I'm like, hey, it is what it is. It's Friday and stuff like that. I'm gonna be stuck with the load and stuff, and it is what it is, right? I already got that in my mind. So I said the next step is let's see what we can do and stuff as far as about the detention and layover. Let's see if we can possibly, right, get this load and stuff, taken somewhere else, and maybe they can redeliver it for me and stuff like that. Just weighing up my options, Anticipate, hope for the best, but anticipate the worst. And so, he gives a phone call back, and without even botting the eye and stuff like that, hey man, they're not going to take the load till Monday. So, how much do you charge for layover? How much do I charge for layover? I said, all right. So in business fashion, I didn't sit there and get all upset and bent out of shape and saying, well, you know what? Hey, I'm going to be stuck up here all weekend. And stuff like that because I know how to vent. And I usually vent when I'm not on, when I'm not going to do it on the phone because it's not going to change things one way or the other. Me venting is not going to say, okay, yeah, well, we see your point and stuff. Let me get off the phone and get this load off. It's just a waste of time and stuff like that. So I said, we're going on the business aspect. I said, well, all right, I tell you what. You got some options, right? So you want to use me and stuff and say, all right, this is the layover. Okay. Understand a couple things. I'm like, under normal circumstances and stuff, I'll charge you a normal fee. But this is the weekend, and I'm in New York City. So let's see what everybody up here charges and stuff, right? And then I'll have some kind of negotiating tool. So I made the phone calls and stuff to all the other people, gave them the same scenario and stuff like that. And so they gave me a price, and then I called them back and said, well, all right, this is what, if you call this person and stuff to take care of what we need to take care of, this is what they will charge you and stuff in this area, right? So I'm going to be fair and stuff. I'm going to knock a couple dollars and stuff off there and everything. Here's my rate right here. You know what he tells me? You know what he tells me and stuff? He goes, he refers to the contract. Now, this is after him telling me, this is after him asking me, what do I charge? He didn't say nothing about the contract or whatever and stuff until I gave him what the price was. Then after I gave him the price, oh, well, you know, the contract says this, that, or whatever, right? In typical broker fashion, this is what they do. He already had the price about what he was going to charge me and stuff for the layover, even though it was them that messed up. They screwed everything up and stuff. You know, he was forthcoming with the information, but the thing was is that, again, he had me over the barrel, right? It's not like this situation here and stuff is going to suspend him from making any money. Like, well, you know what? Since you're laid over, we're not going to book any more loads and stuff like that for the rest of the weekend, right? None of this money and stuff is coming out of my pocket. It's not coming out of my pocket, or I'm not going to go into the business and bring any money out of them. They're not going to pay anything, any extra and stuff other than what's on the contract. That's it. That's the tool he used and stuff like that. So he already knew what was going to be paid. And so I told him no. I told him no and stuff. And so then he starts demanding things from me. He said, well, all right, here's your options. You can either take the money that we're giving you and stuff and be laid over with the load, or B, you can take the load back to the shipper. Now you're being unreasonable. You know, so he also asked me and stuff. He said, well, what happens if we don't pay the rate and stuff? I said, well, you know, simple. It's just like you going to a store. If you don't pay for a service, then you're not going to get it. Simple as that. Oh, so you're going to hold our freight hostage and all this stuff there. I'm like, well, you know, you can call it whatever it is. But this is the business that we're in, right? You made a mistake. Okay. People make mistakes in businesses all the time and stuff. And so you have to take accountability with responsibility. That's the other part of business. You know, it's not to say, okay, well, you know, we would like to say, okay, that's an honest mistake and stuff. And, you know, sorry that happened. Sorry that happened and stuff. And so, you know, we're just going to sweep it right under the rug. We can't do that and stuff. In the world of business, we're anticipating the fact that things are going to be going right. And because of things going right and stuff, what happens in the world of business? You're delivering the load, and then you got other stuff that you got to do. So once that business is concluded, you're going on to the next load. So now I got to make 2 phone calls. And stuff and say, hey man, listen, I can't deliver it. I can't go over here and pick up your load because I'm still stuck with this load right here. So if they impose any kind of penalties and stuff on me, guess what? I have to pay for that, because they're not going to be looking at my current situation and saying, okay, well, you know what? Hey, I'm sorry that happened, and that's just business and stuff like that. The same thing that he wants me to do. They're going to impose a fine on me. And I'm going to have to pay it. And that's that. It ain't no negotiating. And stuff. And so, you know, they can get upset, and rightfully so. So this is 2 loads and stuff that I got to give back. But they know this too and stuff. And so, you know, you don't have to remind them, okay, well, I got other stuff to do. Once I get done with your load and stuff, they understand that. And so by them understanding it, they should understand the fact that, well, you know what, hey, we made a mistake. We got to take the L and stuff. So whatever you guys charge and stuff, it is what it is. Because after all, you fulfilled your end of the bargain. You picked the load up and you delivered it on time, just as we hired you to do based upon what was on the contract. Because if you hadn't delivered that load on time, if you was 1 minute late, they'll be on the phone and stuff, man, threatening to take claims out on the load and the whole 9 yards. It's the end of the world. If you are 1 minute late, man, they are burning that phone up saying, where are you? You know, you're the worst truck driver and stuff. This is the worstest company I ever dealt with. I'm never going to book another load with you guys. I'm going to put all types of bad reviews on you and your company. And they do that. You're 1 minute late for any reason. And stuff, man. And it's all types of God's fury. 1 minute. Now here it is and stuff. They met, you know, you're here on time and stuff. You're here on time, but you can't do that. You can't put bad reviews on them. There's nowhere to go. Because remember, we're not organized. There's no bad reviews we can go to and stuff like that. You know, the only thing we do, probably get on social media and say, man, listen, these are bad brokers and stuff like that. And what do people do? You know? Okay, yeah, they're bad brokers and stuff like that. He might be a bad broker, but I'm still using that brokering agency. Even though I know it's bad, even though I know they got bad reviews and stuff like that. So, again, there was no negotiating and stuff. So I told him no. I said, no, I'm not accepting it. So what does he do? He go around me. He goes around me. He calls the carrier, and he tells the carrier the same thing and stuff. Okay, even though we messed up, you know, he, in fact, he didn't even throw that out there. He said, okay, your driver's just being irrational and stuff like that. Here's what we're going to pay, and that's that. Yeah. And that's trucking and stuff. I mean, yeah, you're gonna be spending weekends, children graduations, your wife anniversary. You're gonna be doing that out here on the road and stuff. This is what this job requires. It requires a real big sacrifice and stuff. And so, you know, understanding this, you know, a lot of people think that, well, and they tell you you're not gonna be doing that, by the way. Oh no, when your birthday comes, you're gonna be at the house celebrating. You're going to be celebrating graduations and birthday anniversaries and, you know, doctor's appointments and stuff, because after all, these things are important to you. We are family oriented. The best that you can do and stuff is just hope that you got some kind of phone where you can sit there. Let's see, they gave me $300. Yeah, $300 and stuff. Yeah, that's you know, that's something. That's something, but that load that you're going after and stuff is paying $800, and then you got another $2,000 load behind it. All in, you're gonna have, so you're looking at 2,800 gross, right? By the end of the weekend and stuff, you know. But they only gave you $300, and that's the situation you in and stuff. And so they want you to just take that, suck it up, and say, well, you know what? Hey, it is what it is. Oh, I forgot. We're over here in New York City too and stuff, where there's no truck stops. There's no, you know, it's just lucky for me and stuff. I gotta understand where to go and stuff and where to hang out and stuff like that. You know, for instance, let me show you where I am. Hunts Point Market, for instance. I'm parked over here on the side of the road and stuff like that, you know. But don't threat. It's only temporary and stuff like that. I ain't want to get out there and drive in all that traffic. So, but you know, just imagine somebody that don't have the knowledge of you know, wheeling and dealing through New York. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you put yourself in that situation there. But again, he didn't negotiate nothing. He said this is what's going to be and stuff, and that's that. And so, my people gave me a phone call and stuff, and they said the same thing. Hey, man, listen, you know, we ain't gonna get anything out of them other than what they offering and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, hey, I'm not arguing about it. Stuff. You know, the thing that upsets me is the fact that, well, it's always one-sided. You see, they screw up, right? And it's not me getting on the phone and cussing them out and stuff like that. You know, oh well, that's not being professional. They do it though. They get on the phone and stuff, and they threaten to take out freight claims and stuff. If the load is 1 minute late, oh well, the load is no more good and stuff like that. They're gonna protest the shipment. If anything happens, we're gonna be making some deductions and this, that, or whatever. You know, all because you're 1 minute. Now here it is. They forgot to even put the thing on the schedule and stuff to let the people know that the load was coming. You know, so this is one of those situations. I could have picked the load up, say today, right? Been at the house all weekend and then delivered the load on Friday and then delivered the load on Monday for the same price. And stuff, you know. And I'm telling you, it's going to cost you regardless. It's going to cost you regardless of your screw up. But because you don't want to take accountability with responsibility and stuff, you know, it is what it is. Now let you, the truck driver, get out here and flip that truck over. let you flip that truck over and stuff like that. That insurance claim and stuff, that's non-negotiable. That claim, that's non-negotiable. You're gonna pay that. You're gonna pay that and stuff. When you get a ticket or whatever and stuff, again, that's non-negotiable. You can't go up in that courtroom and say, well, you know what, hey, your fine is $300. Nah, I think I'm gonna pay $150. I think that's fair and stuff like that, because according to industry standards and these contracts and stuff like that, no one's ever paid $300 before. So, okay, all right then. Well, I'll tell you what. If you don't pay this fine and stuff like that, we're gonna, your driving privileges are gonna be suspended. How about that? If you don't pay the cost of court and stuff like that, your freedom is gonna be suspended. How about that? There's no, there's no negotiating and stuff like that. And so trucking again shouldn't be no different. When the farmers or whatever, when they call and stuff like that, hey man, you got a truck available? How much is it gonna cost and stuff? Hey, all right, it's gonna be $3,000. Well, shoot, hey man, listen, $3,000 a little bit too much. Okay, well, sorry you feel that way. Have a nice day, sir. Hang the phone up. They ain't asking, oh, what can you do? No, that's what it is. Because they know, so man, look, hey, it's a lot of work involved in that. You're talking about taking up my time. I gotta send a truck over there and stuff, and he gonna be sitting at a place. He gonna be sitting at a place possibly 18 hours or whatever and stuff. I gotta get paid for that, because I got to pay the driver, even though the driver's not gonna see it, because he's not knowledgeable about these things. Because most drivers are concerned about their feelings and their emotions about how dispatchers and brokers and stuff feel like that. Not on the business aspect of things, understanding the fact that, well, there's no negotiating. The price is going to be the price, is either take it or leave it. And so, that's the position that we're in. It's a take it or leave it and stuff. But we're just not organized to a point to where we're the same way. It's like, okay, somebody sit there and shoot you a low price and stuff. Hey, look, this load right here, 500 miles and stuff, is only paying $200. Okay, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it for 200 and stuff like that. But they still keep the same load up there and stuff. And then somebody else happen to call in on it, and they say, well, got this load right here and stuff, 500 miles, paying $100. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, all right. Let me see the rate con over and stuff. Then they call you back. Hey man, bad news and stuff, dude. The load just canceled. They just canceled out on me and stuff like that. The customer just called me, and they canceled the load. Now, see, we don't think, right? What we should be doing and stuff in order to counter issues like that is that if you book a load, let's see, we basically sign paper that benefits them, it should not be called a contract. Well, yeah, I mean, see, the thing is, when you sign a contract, right? When you sign a contract, you have to have full knowledge of what's on that contract, and so what we do, we just sign things and stuff to keep it moving along, because there's no college courses and stuff for becoming own operator. Like I said, I mean, to get your license to drive a truck and stuff like that, that's all they teach you, how to drive the truck. But they don't teach you all the insides and stuff of trucking. You got to get that off YouTube, off social media. Or somebody, if you happen to know somebody, well, they'll pass that knowledge along to you. Some people give it to you for free. Some people you got to pay for. But you see, there's no institution that you can go to and get this information, even though everybody goes through it. I'm trying to run regional. Well, hey, in trucking, that's all it is and stuff. And trucking, that's all it is and stuff. All weekends, yeah. Well, hey, you got to be in control of that. You got to be in control of that and stuff. Cause you can still make money on the weekends. Cause I run a 7-day operation, man. You know, a Saturday and a Sunday don't mean nothing to me. It just mean that it just mean the stuff that after 12 o'clock Saturday and stuff, some people are just gonna be a little bit more hard to get a hold of than others. But until Monday morning, that's it. But that's just the name of the game and stuff, man. I mean, we like I said, there's no institution that we can go to understand what contracts and stuff consist of. And so, they put things in here and we really ain't got time. We really don't have time and stuff, to read the contract and stuff from front to back, cause we go to orientation and stuff like that, and then you go to orientation on Monday, and then they're giving you a truck. They're giving you the truck on Wednesday. They're giving you a truck on Wednesday, and Thursday morning they got you a load, so they don't give you time. You got to understand everything else, but when it comes to that contract, they're not giving you time to understand it. When you talk about these lease programs and stuff like that, you might not be a contractor yet, so you can ask them, hey, listen, can you send me a copy of the contract and let me see what I'm getting into and stuff, man? They'll hang the phone up on you. Heck no, we ain't sending you no contract, man. You're not a contractor here. You better get out our face, or they break bad with you. It's when you in orientation, that's when they give you the contract and stuff. And you under a time limit because you trying to go to work. You trying to go to work and stuff, man. You done gave up where you was working and stuff to come over there, to better yourself, to be in a be in a better position. This is what we're under and stuff, and they understand it, so they know you ain't got time to be sitting there reading that contract word for word. And so the contract benefits both of us. It's just they got an understanding of it because hey, they're in that office all day long, and so they got a team of people. They got a team of people who understand these contracts, so they can get an understanding from them. It's just like us going, it's just like, hey, Alexa, hey, Siri, and then you just say thus and so and stuff. It's the information is at your fingertips, but they got a team and stuff, that does that. And so us, we don't have that. Let's see, do you use to run with Casanova 6? Yeah, I am the direct understudy of Casanova 601. I am his direct understudy. Casanova 601 is my brother. That man right there is my brother. He taught me everything there is to trucking. He gave me, when I was in it, he was the one that opened up my eyes to the business aspect of stuff. So, I owe everything to that brother. Everything. But like I said, that brother right there, Casanova 601, he's the hardest that ever did it. He's the hardest that ever did it and stuff, man. No feelings, no emotions involved in that stuff, man. He taught me that everything, all my conversations need to be about money 100% of the time. Everything that he did was about money. When this brother went to work and stuff like that, I mean, I never, he's the first person I knew that had a fleet. That I didn't understand that a fleet owner and stuff like that. I mean, to see this man go to work, to see it with my own eyes and stuff, to see the connections and stuff that he had. And so, my takeaway from it, he never got emotional about nothing. Everything he did was about money. If it wasn't about money, then he cut the conversation short. He cut the conversation short and stuff. And so, but if it's about money and stuff like that, he exchanging things and stuff, and business kept going. He didn't even have to be in the thick of it. It's just, the way he operated. He was never in the thick of anything. The business was being taken care of, and he oversee that it got done. And so, you know, like I said, I mean, and I met him back in I met him back in the early 2000s and stuff, man. Trucks and trailers, just trucks and trailers everywhere, you know. And he's sitting there, man, you know, just seeing him go to work and stuff and managing this stuff. Like, okay, I got a trailer down, I got a trailer over here going this way, you know, I got this trailer over here getting loaded going over here, and I got this one going over here and stuff like that. And man, it's business it's business everywhere. Business going around, but business was taking care of itself, man. I'm like, dude, you know, hey, what? Yeah, what? And I'm thinking I got it all figured out and stuff, man. I got the game all wrong. I got the game all wrong and stuff. You know, that you know, that's a true brother right there and stuff. That brother saved my life when a person, you know, especially dealing with what I used to deal with and stuff like that. I mean, no matter what went on and stuff like that, I mean, it was things that was going on in my personal life, and he would stop everything. If I call him, he stopped everything that he was doing to talk about my situation. You know what I'm saying? And so he will always give me the answer, and I would rationalize. What I'm trying to do is get him to rationalize with my BS, with my nonsense. I want him to rationalize with my nonsense, and this man is giving me the truth. He giving me the truth. Hey, Rooster, this what you got. This is what you got to do, man. At the end of the day, I don't care how many times you sit there, and it doesn't matter how many times you sit there and explain it to me, man. This is what you got to do, Rooster. That's what he would tell me. I'm like, God, I hate hearing that, but that's what it is. That's what it is, man. Watching him made me want to learn more about taking care of the truck and trailer. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I just thought I thought with the trucking thing. Oh well, as long as you had the truck, you was making the money. No, I was dead wrong on that, dude. If you ain't got to have a truck, as long as you got trailers, the trailers was gonna make you the money. The trailer was gonna make you the money and stuff, man. You know, hey, the truck ain't got to do nothing. I don't see a channel. Okay, now the thing with Casanova is that, you know, he said he was gonna do it, right? You know, when he had his channel up, but he said he won't gonna always be out here forever. You know, he wasn't gonna always be out here forever and stuff. You know, Casanova's a man of business, and so opportunities came. It was things that he was working on and stuff. You know, he always said he had his trucking thing and stuff, but then there was other stuff that he was into too. And so when he started to get more knowledge and stuff of that, those opportunities came. And so when they came, you know, he had to focus more on them than the social media channels and stuff like that. So, you know, he's still around. You can still talk to him and stuff like that. But, you know, he's a man of business, and being a man of business and stuff, you know, it just, you know, you got other things that's going, you know, he, at the time he was talking about real estate. And so, it was real estate, and then it was some more things and stuff that he was getting knowledge of and stuff. And so when those opportunities all came, he would just, you know, yeah, he's still in trucking now. He's still in trucking and stuff like that. He just, when you in the stuff that he's in and stuff, man, it's just hard. It's real difficult for him to break away. It's real difficult for him to break away and stuff. And so, you know, it's like, you know, he's always needed. And so what few minutes and stuff he has and stuff, like, you know, that's for rest and meditation, you know, because he's real big on that. He's real big on meditation and stuff like that, clearing the mind, staying focused, staying sound and stuff like that, you know, because he's not going to let things stress him out. That's one thing and stuff. He ain't going to let things stress him out. So, you know, so that's the thing there and stuff with Cass. Yep. I was saying that 4 years ago that he wasn't going to be on. Yeah, he said it. He like, man, get the information while you can and stuff because when no, like I say, he's real big. Casanova is real big on literature. He's real big on literature and stuff, and so he get those books. He get those books and start expounding on information and stuff, and then the information start clicking. He make a few phone calls and stuff, and then now he got that business going on, and then he inquiring about this, and then he talks about it, and the next conversation we have and stuff, he got more knowledge of it, and then okay, I'm into this now and stuff, and I got this going on, and you know, and so that's the thing there, man. That's like I said, I'm real proud of my master teacher, man. I'm glad I came. I'm glad the information he gave me and stuff. I'm able to get that, expound upon it and stuff, and then grow from it. Uh, so getting back to my situation, uh, here I sit. I'll be stuck with this load and stuck till Monday, and there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. So I just make the best of my time. So once the traffic die down and stuff, I head up to Connecticut and get some things done with the truck possibly, and you know, go for the 3 seashells and stuff like that. I ain't gonna go into details about that. You should already know what the 3 seashells are. But let's see. What was the company in Mars Hill? The reefers. It was Big Rock. It was Big Rock Transportation, but they are gone now. They're gone now and stuff. And so, um, you know, what's there is what's there and stuff is not what's there is not what it used to be and stuff. And so because of that, I really don't speak on it and stuff like that and everything. But that's what it used to be. It used to be an institution where you can go in and make plenty of money, but that time is past now. So anyway, that's the deal and stuff. That's what's going on. I ain't got nothing going on this weekend and stuff. So, um, anyone try to get a hold of me and stuff like that, go up there. Get the contact information. Text me. Let me know you're gonna give me a call and stuff, and I'll let you know if I ain't engaging in one of the 3 seashells and stuff. You know, if I ain't engaging in one of the 3 seashells and stuff like that, then I mean, it is what it is. We can talk and chop it up and everything, get this good game going on. It's just, man, it sucks, dude. But this the business that we in and stuff like that. Let's see. So the company you are leased to now cannot do anything about. Yeah. I mean, and let me be forthcoming and stuff. All right. The load paid $2,000. The load paid $2,000 to come from North Carolina to Long Island City. All right, brother Muhammad. So the load came from North Carolina up here to Long Island City. When it came here, they paid 2,000. The broker said, yeah, the load paid 2,000. So I told him, he asked me how much do I need for the layover, and I said, here in this certain place and stuff with everything that's going on, I need another $2,000. And they said no. He said, I'm going to pay you $900, and that's going to be the end of it. And I said, no, you keep $900. I'm not going to accept it. My rate is $2,000. If you can you're more than welcome to find someone else that can do this load and stuff for you. And he got off the phone and called my carrier and told them the same thing and stuff. You got a driver that's over there that's being irrational and stuff like that. And so, they say, okay, yeah, we'll talk to him. And I called and I got the phone call and they said, man, hey, we're gonna have to take this L and stuff, right? And so, I'm like, hey, okay. All right, brother Aaron, what's going on? So, we got to take, I got to take the L and stuff like that. The broker don't have to take the L. They just, hey, we're gonna pay this and stuff, and that's that. And they feel like that $900 is taking the L. Oh man, nothing. Just sitting up here in just sitting over here in Bronx, New York. Yeah, just sitting over here in Bronx, New York and stuff, man. Just taking it easy and stuff all weekend. So, um, yeah. So that's the thing there. Which like I said, my mindset was already set on the fact that I knew. Let's see, but could they waive the cut? Yeah, they going, they just getting their 10% from the line haul. They giving me all the layover. They give me all the layover and stuff like that. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is and stuff. But um, my argument, is that when us as a driver do what we supposed to do and stuff, when we pick up our loads on time and we deliver on time, um, you know, and then there's a screw up and stuff somewhere. If you get to a shipper and then you get held up, right? Just like what happened to me at the beginning of the week. Um, I show up on time and stuff, and then I get held up for 6 hours, and they still wanted me to move. So I'm like, either I sit the other 2 hours and stuff and try to get my time back, or I got to move now. So they say, yeah, go ahead and move. And so the anticipation was to get the load there on time, and I got caught up with my clock. So now I got to sit, take another break, and then go and deliver the load and stuff, which cost me a day of time and stuff, It cost me a day of time and stuff like that. But again, there was no fees and stuff that came from the shipper. And you said they charge you late fee. Yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying. Is that that's what I'm saying, preaching stuff, is that they can charge now. You pick the load up, you deliver it on time and stuff, and that's that. Now, if you're late picking up the load, they're charging you. If you're late delivering, they're charging you. And there's no negotiate. They're gonna say, hey, listen, hey, we charge $1,000 for we charge $1,000 and stuff like that. And that's that. It ain't no negotiating and saying, well, okay, we're just gonna pay $500 and still pick this load up and stuff. No, we ain't doing all that. And they're gonna put bad marks against you and the company and all that other stuff there. And then they say, well, we're just not gonna load you anymore. That sort of thing there and stuff. And then, the contract people, of course, they're gonna go up and say, well, you're not following the contract and stuff that we signed and so on and so forth, because again, they understood it. See, that's on your end. You're 1 minute late delivering the load and stuff. Now they got a claim against you because you being 1 minute late. You destroyed the integrity of the load, or you might have put the factory's integrity in jeopardy and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. If you 1 minute late, that's the thing. There's no negotiating. But at the same token, they can set stuff up, and when they screw up, right, when they mess up, there's nothing that you can do. It's like, oh well, this is what we're gonna offer you, and that's that. It's a take it or leave it. Well, it's a take it, cause it ain't no leave it deal. If you're gonna get empty, That's that. Okay, well, we made a mistake and stuff, and we actually seen that you were on the schedule. You got here at this time here, and then, you know, after explaining to them, this was my appointment time. This was time that y'all ordered low. Oh well, we don't see your PO up here anywhere and stuff, and then okay, it was a late entry and stuff on their part. It was a technicality on their part, and you had to lay over. But you see, the only thing they're saying, okay, well, for your inconvenience, here's $200. There's $200 and stuff, but at the same time, do that to FedEx and UPS and the rest of these carriers out here. These organized carriers. You see what I'm saying? Then from behind the scenes, what they're gonna do, they're gonna make them pay out the yin yang. They're gonna make them feel that mistake and stuff so they don't make that mistake anymore. But you see, when you are a small operation, they can keep making these mistakes because there's no penalties involved in it. There's no accountability. There's no responsibility. What they're gonna do? They can say, well, you know what? Hey, do you want your truck empty? Don't use it. Don't use our business anymore. How about that? We're not gonna use you as a carrier and stuff. They get mad at you and stuff for something that they did. But you see, when there's no real penalties for messing up on the job and stuff like that, like what's imposed on us, if they start imposing the same thing on them that they impose on us, then, a lot of those mistakes and stuff, they ain't gonna be having those mistakes no more. But again, it takes us as drivers to get organized and say, okay, well, hey, I'm not gonna take it. The next person, they aren't gonna take it. We're all on code. Everybody's organized and stuff. You don't have to be united, just organize. And that's how all the stuff stopped. When they know, okay, well, you know what, it's some real repercussion for messing over a driver. You get held up and stuff, man, you miss a load and stuff, there's some real repercussion behind it. These guys aren't playing anymore. They are not messing around anymore. But everybody out here playing games and stuff like that, and then, want to be number one stunner and talking about I'm making all this money and whatnot, but we're not organized, we're for nothing. It's like, okay, I see you over there and stuff, right? You ain't doing it, so I'm gonna go over here and cut your throat. You ain't standing for something. You're not standing for something, and because you not standing for something can actually help the business, and stuff entirely. Okay, well, you just one person they ain't tolerating. Oh, they drive over there and stuff, he don't mind it. And that's where everybody going. And then we got time to make videos and stuff about each other. Oh man, I don't like this dude. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy here and stuff. For what? You see what I'm saying? That's what we got to be organized at, man. In our business, we got to collectivize. I gotta be. Yeah. It would be funny if it wasn't so serious. It would be. It really would, man. Our situation would be funny if it wasn't so serious. So that's why I just urge guys, man. Listen, let's get organized, man. All right, you don't like this person, fine. You don't like them. All right, I get it. But what does that have to do about us getting money? What does that have to do about us getting money and stuff? You not liking this person is that gonna stop? It ain't gonna stop that man from making money, but it's definitely stopping you from making money because your eye ain't on the prize. Your eye should be on the business, not on the individual and stuff. Hey, look, we got differences. That's why we're not gonna unite. But it's our differences that make us unique and stuff. At least that's what we say. So if we respect that process there and stuff, then understand. Hey, other things come along with it. Prime example. If we sit there, all right, hey, listen, I'm ordering a pizza. What kind of toppings you want? And can't now one of us agree what we all can't agree and stuff. What what we want and stuff on the pizza and stuff. But we can be organized to say, okay, well, hey, he's ordering the pizza and stuff. So, you order a pizza and stuff, let me get a wings and this person get a salad, and, we'll all put it on one bill and stuff like that. We ain't got to all eat pizza. But, since we ordering from this place or whatever and stuff like that, let's get organized and stuff that way. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude with that. Truckers don't like it. Truckers don't like other truckers. Let's see. Truckers don't like other truckers they have not seen in person before. It's silly. Yeah, you know, it is. It's real. But see, we grown, but we're grown ups though. We're grown ups and stuff. Let's see. LaShawn Jones and stuff. Hey, Red, I have a question. When do you say enough is enough with company? Like, what has to take place for you to quit? Okay. All right. You know what? I ain't doing nothing. Let's break into that. All right. Now, another thing in trucking, right? Another thing in trucking and stuff is that people think that all right, I'm gonna quit this job and I'm gonna go over here and go drive for somebody else, and things are gonna be different at this other job than it's gonna be different at this other job and stuff than this job and stuff that I'm at. Now, what people fail to do is our number one problem and stuff, man, is emotion. And as I always said, is that emotion has no place in the world of business. So when we can remove the emotion, right, we can begin to think logically about getting the dollars, about getting the money. And so when we look at the business aspect of things and understand that everything has to do with money, right, you can then be fixated on that situation there and see that, well, there's not really a problem at all. The problem is myself restricting myself from not making money. Because there are a lot of non-factors in trucking that we sit there and we want to engage with these non-factors, and they're not going to do anything about putting money in your pocket. In fact, it's just a distraction to keep your morale at a certain point so you can go out there and do this specific job, right? But it'll always go back to the same situation and stuff. What you got to look at in trucking. All right. In trucking, you're trying to make money. So what are the things that I have to do that consist of making money? Because there are things in trucking that you're going to have to do. We don't like being laid over. We don't like going to shippers and sitting there at long times and stuff, and neither consignees. But that's the business that we're in, right? So instead of getting upset about it and stuff and calling our dispatchers and saying, well, you know what, man, hey, listen, I've been here 5 hours, 6 hours and stuff, things that they already know, because what they're doing is that they're making sure that you're checked in. That's why they emphasize when you get to a place, make sure you send in your macros. Because what they're doing, they ain't going to be fussing and arguing and whatever. What they're going to be doing is taking that information off of your truck, and they're going to be submitting it in for payment. Well, our truck made it here at this time here and stuff. We want our money. And stuff, and that's what they're going to do. So what happens is that because we don't understand that that's what's going on and stuff behind the scenes, is that we get so caught up and think that, well, can't nothing be done about it, which what they tell us, because we're such an emotional wreck about what's going on and stuff. Instead of thinking logically about the dollars and what we have to do in order to get it, we completely eliminate ourselves from making money. These things are going to happen. There is no perfect trucking company that's out here that says you're going to always be picking up loads and delivering loads and stuff, and you ain't got to worry about all the in-betweens or disrespect or none of that stuff. It's the same thing. Remove the emotion. That's the first thing. Remove the emotion. That way you can start thinking logically on a business aspect about getting those dollars. Because the less talking you do with non-factors, the more opportunity that you have to put money in your pocket, because you're going to be thinking about business. And those things, when you're thinking about business, you're going to be going to people, you're going to be going to places and things that consist of making money. And so that's what it's about. You got to, when people go to companies and stuff, they never maximize their potential. This is why when they quit, they go somewhere else, they say, oh man, I made a mistake, and I go back to that same carrying stuff. You back over there at the company again. Then when something happens, they quit again. They go somewhere else and they say, oh man, I made another mistake, because they realize, you know what, I didn't maximize my potential when I was over there at that carrier. Maybe let me try something else instead of going through that whole process. If you remove the emotional aspect of things and start thinking about the business, that's when you can't maximize no more. When you can't maximize no more, then what? The only time you should be thinking about quitting the company and stuff is when the things that they're doing it's a constant, consistent, it's always happening consistently about you not making money. When I was at Big Rock, I stayed over there at Big Rock for 6 years. I stayed over there for 6 years and stuff, and like I said, I would still be over there today. But the problem is that okay, sorry about that. I got a phone call and stuff like that. But one of the things that happened over there at Big Rock and stuff, and like I said, if they would have stayed on the business, side of stuff, I would still be over there today. The problem was and stuff is that they weren't. Hey, sorry about that. I got another phone call. Hey, listen, I tell you what, we're gonna pick up on this conversation tomorrow and stuff, right? Because the phone calls aren't gonna stop, right? So, we're gonna pick up where we left off and stuff like that, and we're gonna cover that very important issue and stuff there. When is enough gonna be enough? So, we're gonna go live. I'm gonna go live tomorrow I'm gonna go live at noon. We're gonna go live noon tomorrow and stuff, and we're gonna cover that issue right there and stuff, right? About when is enough. And so that way I'll gather my thoughts and stuff, and we can go real deep on this science. So just just give me that time and stuff right there and everything. Like I said, the phone calls ain't gonna keep stopping. I hate when I do lives and then I get interrupted and stuff, and then I lose my chain of thought and stuff. So just we'll pick up on this tomorrow. We're gonna go live tomorrow at noon. So tune in, be there, and brothers and sisters, I'd like to thank you for your time and stuff this evening. Yeah, thank you for your time and stuff this evening and everything. You got my contact information. Feel free to hit me up. Text me first. My contact information's on my page, my YouTube page. Text me first. Let me know who you are. Let me know what the subject matter is and stuff, and that way we can go and construct a dialogue. And so with that being said, it's your man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster. As always, continue to do your own research, fact-finding studies. Harness on your skills every day. Till next time we talk, next time we meet, be safe, be easy, and peace out.